Welcome to Touchline. I'm your host, Anthony Totera, coming to you from BMO Field, home of the 2010 MLS Cup. Two teams, Colorado Rapids, FC Dallas, two teams that weren't supposed to be here, but they're here. They're excited. They're ready to go. And we did some interviews with players leading up to it, getting their feelings and thoughts about playing here in Toronto at BMO Field. And what an excitement for both teams and players it is here in Toronto at MLS Cup 2010. Welcome to Canada. Welcome to 2010 MLS Cup in Toronto. What are your thoughts and feelings about playing the MLS Cup final, first of all, and in Canada for the first time ever?
We're pretty excited. It's going to be a really good game, but we just got to stay focused and do the things we've been doing all year. We know Colorado's going to be a good team, so it's going to be tough, but we're looking forward to it.
Tell me your opinions about the city of Toronto. You've only been here a few hours. What do you think so far, the weather and the field as well?
It's a great city. It's a little chillier than Texas, but I'm from Michigan, so I'm used to it. The field's looking great. It's obviously an awesome stadium, so we're excited for it to be here.
Best of luck and have fun here in Toronto as well.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to Touchline. I'm your host, Anthony Totera, coming to you live from MLS 2010 here from BMO Field, FC Dallas versus Colorado. Dax, you must be excited here to be in the city of Toronto. First time the final is being held here. What are thoughts going through your mind right now?
Just a lot of excitement. Obviously, we're very happy to be here. We think Toronto's a fantastic city, certainly one of my favorites. They have tremendous fans. We've seen all year that they come out and support their team. We hope that it'll be the same atmosphere on Sunday night when we play Colorado, and we're certainly looking forward to a very exciting game.
Talk about the competition, Dallas and Colorado, two teams that not many people pick to get here to the final, in all honesty. What are your thoughts about Colorado and the final?
Yeah, that just shows how close our league is in terms of quality, and in any given year, you saw with Salt Lake last year, any team can win it at any time. So I think both teams have gotten hot at the right time. Obviously, with us, we've had a 19-game unbeaten streak this year, which is a league record. So we know that we're a very tough team to beat. We have a lot of confidence in everything that we do. Obviously with Colorado, they got hot at the right time as well. They have a very solid team from top to bottom. You can't really key in on any one of their players because they're all very good players. Obviously up front, they're quite strong with Omar Cummings and Connor Casey. So it's going to be certainly a battle to contain those guys.
Just very quickly, talk a little bit about the Canadian content in MLS. I'm sure you've played a lot against Canadian players with different teams. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on some of the Canadian players that are in this league?
Well, you don't have to look any further than a guy like Dwayne De Rosario, who I have a ton of respect for. I've played against numerous times in my career. He's a guy that you would certainly say he's an MVP candidate every year. And then obviously the young players, I think Toronto FC, while they might not have been as successful in terms of making the playoffs the past couple of years, they've really developed some very, very good young players that are coming through their system. Playing against them is always tough. They have a lot of good athletes, and obviously, their national team is getting better and better, and certainly, very competitive with the U.S. So I think the players in Canada are certainly not to be taken lightly.
Great. Welcome to the city, the province, and the country. Have fun and enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure having you on Touchline.
I think we're going to stick to our strengths, what we've been doing all year, and hopefully we can make something out of it.
They say that this game could be won and lost in the midfield. Obviously, if you're not getting any service, now it's going to be successful.
I think if we just keep the ball moving fast through the midfield and get it past if we get past the back line, I think we'll be good.
Preparation any different for the final as opposed to the playoffs or regular season game for you guys? Even hard-fought series between Colorado during the regular season.
Yeah, I think we tied both times we played them, so it's going to be a good game, and I'm excited. Nothing new.
Last question. Rick, what are the conditions like out there in the pitch specifically?
Pitch is a lot nicer than when I came during the season, because when I came it was raining all day. It's nice grass. Hopefully it won't be as cold.
Well, it was definitely surprising when we got here. We were expecting it to be wetter, colder, but if it's like this, it'd be great.
How do you think it could factor up if it does get a little chilly? Any advantage for either team?
No, probably not. Once you get 10 minutes into the game, you're used to everything.
A lot of people building this matchup right up for them. Your guys at midfield, how do you think you guys stack up against maybe?
It'll be a good game. We had 2 draws during the year, so someone's got to win this one.
What does he bring to the game that you guys will have to? Maybe,
who's that?
Pereira.
A lot of things. He's creative. He can score goals. He can set goals up. He's the engine for them offensively, I think. So, this is someone we have to be aware of all the time.
Cool, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Connor Casey of Colorado Rapids. And Connor, you've played here before in Toronto, so you know the crowd, you know the field. What a final it's going to be. Two teams that weren't expected to be here. What are your thoughts?
I'm excited. I mean, it's a great venue, you know, wonderful fans. Hope they're going to come out and, you know, and cheer the two teams on like they do their own team. Maybe not quite, but, you know, close to it. You know, we worked hard all year. We're just excited. You know, we're ready. We're excited for Sunday to come and just get the game underway.
Connor, talk about that first goal, how important it is. If you guys get it first, then it looks like it's going to be a defensive game after that. That's what the experts are saying.
I mean, the first goal is always important, you know, but it's a long game. You know, we've battled behind, they've battled behind for them. So, you know, it's going to be a long 90-minute battle, and we're just going to leave everything on the field and hope we come out with a win.
Talk about the Canadian talent in MLS. You've played with a lot of Canadian players. Where do you think the Canadian talent is in your mind compared to the U.S. talent?
It's good. I mean, it's growing. You got a lot of, you know, like you said, a lot of good players. I think it's cool that, you know, brought a lot of your players back home to Toronto too. You know, within the new teams coming in the league as well with the, you know, with the Whitecaps, I think it's you know, it's going to help things for sure.
And I'm sure in closing you'll give a lot of positive words about the city of Toronto to your teammates.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I had a great time here. It was a short time, but I had a fun time. It's a, you know, awesome city, and I'm excited to play in front of the people here.
Good luck, and we wish you the best.
Thank you.
It's going to have to start with the fans. People like attacking. People like goals. I mean, that's why you play games, to see goals, to see exciting plays like that, and that doesn't really come with defenders. I don't know why, but I guess we have to start with the fans. Fans liking defenders, liking their hard, dirty work. I guess that's how you would do it.
Is it possible that a central defender could be the best player in the league and we would never know about it?
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, it's how that person is to their team. I think, you know what I mean, how important that piece of the puzzle is to their team. So.
Give me a way in Sunday's game that as fans and as people watching at home, we can appreciate defenders more. Don't say clean sheet, because everybody give credit to you for a clean sheet, but how we can appreciate defenders more. Well, what can we look for?
Well, if you ever watch Marvell Wynn play, that guy's the most athletic kid in the league, and he's a defender. You know, and he can match anyone's speed in the league. So I would say if you ever watch Marvell Wynn play, I think you'd be thumbs up for a defender.
As a center back, I feel more involved in every play. Not so much if the ball's on the left, I feel I can still be involved, still creep over a little bit, maybe break something down eventually, and offensively just get the ball out of my feet, give it to the closest guy, and have him turn.
So have you changed from a fullback to a center back? Was the fullback your natural position? Was this something that's completely changed for you?
I've never played center back before, but I'm here now, doing kind of well. So, if I did change completely, it was a rather easy adjustment, and I like it back there.
Talk about the challenges that Dallas will present to you.
They maintain good possession, and then when they come at you, they're going to come at you quick. So I guess we're just going to have to be on our toes and be ready for, anything. They'll pass it, they'll dribble, they'll play long balls. They got it all. Having Drew and Kosuke back there talking to me, communicating, telling me when to slide, when to move, when to push up, when to drop back, they really helped me with this adjustment very quick.
What do you think the fan support is going to be like here? It could be that it's a Colorado fan support base simply because you used to play here. What have you thought about what the atmosphere is going to be like?
I'm hoping it'll be more Colorado, of course, but I really have no idea what it could be like. I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of red still, whether it's for Toronto or for Dallas, but regardless, got to go out and play no matter whose side the fans are on.
Fans here are very vocal, sometimes in a good way, sometimes in a bad way. How do you think you'll be treated?
I don't know. I mean, I hope there's no hard feelings from me to them because, they know I loved it here. So I have no idea. Well, I guess we'll see.
Good luck, Tom.
Thank you.
Welcome to Touchline. I'm your host, Anthony Totera, coming to you live from MLS Cup 2010 in Toronto. Somebody knows that city quite well, and that is Marvell Wynn of the Colorado Rapids. Marvell, how does it feel to play in the final and back in Toronto?
It feels amazing. Everybody wants to play in the Cup. At some time in my life, I could finally get to be here, and it's amazing that I get to be in the Cup in Toronto.
Marvell, the fans of Toronto miss you with your blazing speed down the wings there. How much do you miss the fans of Toronto?
I miss them. They were good to me. I even have my own chant, so you can't be too upset when you're leaving, or you can be very upset when you're leaving a place that you have your own chant.
Marvell, talk very quickly about the Canadian content. The Canadian player, you play with a lot of Canadian kids. What can you say to the Canadian kids out there if they have a dream to aspire to be where you're at today?
Keep going, keep having fun, and don't give up. I mean, if you want it, you can get it.
One thing that the Canadian public and Toronto public will never forget is Marvell Wynne, the smile, the attitude, and the love and the passion for the game. What can you say to them in closing?
I miss you guys, but I'm glad to be back here, and I don't know, I guess I'll see you at the Cup.
Good luck, Marvell.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for joining us on Touchline. I'm your host, Anthony Totera, coming to you again here with MLS Commissioner Don Garber, and we're talking about the 2022 bid for USA World Cup. What are your thoughts going forward?
We're obviously very excited about bringing the World Cup back to the United States. Great for the entire CONCACAF region, whether that's the United States, Canada, or Mexico. We're working hard and have been for many months to lobby those FIFA Executive Committee members to tell our story.
Talk about very quickly the success of Toronto FC and now the two other franchises, Vancouver and Montreal, coming in. The Canadian public loves MLS.
Yeah, they do, and it's great for the league to see the passionate support in Canada generally. Toronto set the stage. Vancouver will take the mantle and hopefully take it to even higher level, and then a year later Montreal comes in.
Thank you, Commissioner. Good luck on the bid.
You bet. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Welcome to Touchline. I'm your host, Anthony Totera, coming to you live from BMO Field here with Sunil Gulati, President of USA Soccer, making the bid here for 2022. How do you feel about the bid and the whole process going forward, sir?
Well, we're going to work very hard for the last 2 weeks to make sure that we get the desired outcome. But it's an election, and you never know how elections turn out until people actually vote, and that'll be on December 2nd. We've done everything we can to date, and we'll continue to do that for the next 2 weeks.
Talk about the Canadian public. In '94, droves of people came over the border to support the U.S. World Cup, and there was a ton of them that enjoyed themselves. Talk about them.
Well, no, I think that would be great, and obviously another World Cup in the U.S. would give opportunities, whether it's from the north or in the case of Mexico in the south, for lots of people in the Americas to enjoy the World Cup in a way they haven't been able to since '94.
One quick thing, why should the others vote for the U.S. of A to have another World Cup on their home soil?
Terrific stadiums, terrific infrastructure, and a legacy that would be extraordinary if we were to host the World Cup. A legacy for the game in the U.S., in North America, and internationally.
Sunil Gulati, good luck to you and the bid. Good luck to all USA as well.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on Touchline.